Welcome to my channel. My name is Brittany and I am the NICU OT mama. I am a former NICU mom to a 24-weeker who was born in 2023 while also attending occupational therapy school. I am now a recent graduate of my program, and for my capstone project, I've decided to create this channel to develop educational tools to give back to the NICU community that I thought would have been beneficial to me during my NICU journey. Okay. Our topic for today will be bonding activities in the NICU. One of the biggest misconceptions about the NICU is that you have to wait until your baby comes home to start bonding to help them, because typically in this environment, many parents can feel helpless or like there isn't much that we can do. But the truth is that bonding starts now, even with all of the wires, monitors, and the equipment. Bonding isn't about doing big things while they're in there because, of course, in that environment, it should be as reflective as close as possible to utero, depending how early you had your baby. So they don't mess with them too much. But it is about creating consistent, loving moments with your baby. So I like to go into detail about a few different ways that you can strengthen your connection while your baby is in the NICU. Of course, every NICU has different guidelines, different protocols, but I'm sure if you ask your NICU nurse or the NICU manager how you can be of service to your baby while they're there, they will be sure to include you as much as possible. So our first thing will be skin to skin, right? Or kangaroo care. Your baby's medical team will usually say that it's the most safe and also the most powerful way to bond with your baby because it helps regulate their heart rate, breathing, temperature, and can even support weight gain while reducing the stress for the both of you. So, what that looks like is if your baby is really small, sometimes they can put the baby inside of your shirt while you're sitting on that reclining chair, and you guys just enjoy that skin to skin contact. Another honorable mention that I like to include in this video in reference to bonding with your baby is when baby is able to come out of the incubator and you guys are doing skin to skin, tummy time is also a very beneficial bonding opportunity that can just help baby begin to strengthen their neck muscles. Or when you're holding baby in the palm of your hand like this, or even when you're holding them in your elbow, attempting to get their attention, smiling, talking to them, and possibly even when you're holding them up front like this, moving your head side to side to begin to see if they can track you. Next, talking to your baby. Let's say, for instance, it's too early and you are not able to do skin to skin care with baby yet. You may be able to open the little doors of the incubator and talk to your baby so that they can hear your voice. They're very familiar with you, who you are. They were growing inside of your belly for the longest, even dad, right? They're familiar with dad's voice. Hearing a familiar voice, hearing your voice will provide some form of comfort to that baby because they are familiar with it. They already know the sound from when they were in the womb. Even if you weren't talking, you can even read them a book if they aren't able to come out yet. Reading also, again, exposes them to your voice, but it supports that early language development and it can create a beautiful routine once you guys are home because, you would continue that carryover of reading to them while they're home. Sing a soft lullaby just to remind them how much they're loved. While we're on the topic of maybe baby isn't able to come out yet, I made another video on this, but I'll mention it briefly. Scent cloths. Some NICUs have them, others don't. But what it is just like a small piece of fabric that mom gets to wear inside her shirt overnight. Of course, we want to make sure that it's clean and we want to make sure that we aren't exposed to any secondhand smoke, no perfume, because we want that piece of material to have your smell on it. Wear it overnight, bring it in the next day to the NICU, talk to the nurse about it, and what they'll do majority of the time is they'll place it inside of the incubator because baby is familiar with your smell. They know you. It's just another form or another close way of performing that skin to skin contact where they would get that benefit of being able to smell you if they aren't able to come out yet. Participating in their care is a very important one. And I know as time goes by, some of the parents have other kids at home or they may have to return to work. So, calling to schedule or asking the nurse, hey, when is the next touch time or care time, and being sure to come in at that time so that you could maybe help with wiping baby down, changing baby's diaper. If baby is taking bottles by this time, help administering a feed, feeding the baby a bottle, and participating in their care overall is just very beneficial because they're reminded that you are there. They know when you're there. You'll hear this saying in the NICU a lot that a lot of the babies whose parents are frequently there or involved in their care, they do a lot better. All right. And lastly, practicing positive touch. Even from the beginning, when baby isn't able to come out of that incubator yet and you're there for touch time, hand hugs, right? Just placing your finger in the palm of their hand like this, or containment, where placing your hand over the back of baby's head firmly and maybe over their diaper or over their legs is a pretty common intervention that therapists use in the NICU. But coming from their mom, coming from their dad, they can still smell you when your hands are in there. All right. So just remember that your baby doesn't need a perfect parent. They need you. Every gentle touch, every story you read, every song you sing, every moment you spend together helps build a strong and secure bond. Even in the NICU, you are not just visiting your baby, you are also becoming a safe space for them. Okay. So continue to watch more of my NICU OT Mama videos. And if you have any questions about anything that I said in this video, feel free to drop them in the comment box down below. Thanks for watching.